All right, so we have made a 5x7 canvas in Photoshop. If you go back to Schoology, you will make a copy of the Coke can. You will paste it in. So now here's one of the things that happens is if I click on the magic wand, it will take out all of the white, and we don't want all of the white gone. So what you need to do is go underneath the magic wand to the quick selection tool. And you can see it makes it a plus sign. And then I can just click and drag till I get everything in that I want it to be. Now you see how it went bigger over here. If I hit Alt, I can reduce the size of it. We're going to select the inverse, and we are going to get rid of the background. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn about the pen tool. The pen tool is down here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the, or 6 from the bottom. Looks like a pen tool. And what we're going to do is if you click, it will make lines. You can click and drag them to make curved lines. And we're going to make it about half of the can. And to end it, you have to go back to your first handle, and it will turn into a blue square. When we use the pen tool, it automatically brought up a menu over here called Paths. And if you click on Paths, it's called Work Path. And if I take and I hold my Control key down and click on the thumbnail, you can see I have a selection. I'm going to go. And we're going to go down here and make a new layer. We're going to make sure that we have black and white selected over here. And if we hit Alt backspace, it will fill this in. If I hit Control D, it gets rid of the dancing ants. I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to hit Control T, and I am going to flip it vertically. Or horizontally, sorry. So now we have both sides of the can done. We're going to take and hold the Shift key and select both of these new copies and right click and say merge so that we have that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit Control and this thumbnail so that you have the dancing ants around it. We're going to turn off this layer and select this layer. It has the Coke can on it. See, it shows it all selected. And we are going to hit mask so that we have a mask. The cool thing with this is that I can move it around, and as you can see, it moves it around in the mask. Next, we will make a copy of this. You can hit Control J or you can drag it to the plus sign. And we're going to hit Control T, right click, and flip vertically. We'll change this to darken. Go up here to my selection tool and I can put it here. Next, we're going to go up to our marquee tool and select the elliptical tool. And we are going to just make what like the bottom of the Coke can would look like. So it's like a shape like this. Sorry, I had something else selected. So I'm going to make a shape like this. I'm going to make sure that I am on a new layer. I'm going to change my color to like this silver color. And I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to move this down a little bit. All right, last thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the bottom layer here, or not the last thing, but go to the bottom layer and hit Control T. We're going to right click, we're going to warp. So basically what we want to do is we want to warp the bottom of this can so that it goes around the bottom of the can that you made. So I'm just going to warp it so that it will be fit in here. Hit OK. All right, and now the last thing that we're going to do is if we are on the bottom layer, we're going to take the top layer, should be up at the top because that's what we need it to be. We're going to go ahead and take these 3 layers and make them a group. So I can highlight them by holding Shift, make them a group, and then we are going to put a mask on the group. The reason we did this is because we need to now make a gradient. If your gradient comes up to be a different color, just click on it and go under Basics, and it should show up to be black and white. If I click, hold, and drag, it's going the wrong way, so we need to do it this way. And now you can have your Coke can all done. Last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put a layer at the bottom. I'm going to fill it with you can fill it with whatever color you want, and that will show you your reflection. I can take and move this so that it's a little bit better, and that is how you make a Coke reflection using a curved can. If you have any problems or questions, let me know.